Hello.
Hello, everyone. Yes, we're beginning step by step. For several minutes, we will wait more visitors, more guests. So for now, we just check our links and our streams. About questions, I will talk about it later. Okay.
About questions. Questions actually they should appear in the stream thing. Oh, I can see our live.
Yes, everything is okay. The same links.
I'm not sure about if it's the same or not, but I can see it.
Okay, I can see it. Great. This was a beautiful testing. Thank you. Okay, how to test it then? I'll do it myself.
There's 6 people watching it.
Yes, hello everyone. We'll check our connection and our stream. I'm not sure I could load everything all together. Okay, I think it's okay. Everything is okay, so let's just call for guests. Let's remind everyone that we are beginning. Here and Anastasiya, could you repost in LinkedIn because I'm not sure I have a best connection to support LinkedIn too.
Of course.
Just repost it everywhere, and I think it will be enough. Okay. Oh, hello everyone. My name is Natalia Kiseleva. This is Anastasiya Kuznetsova. Now I will share my presentation, and we will tell about us in more details.
You're gonna start.
Yes. Wait a second. I need my presentation. Okay, that's it. We will have a link to our slides. It's we could maybe send it in chat.
Maybe let's share it later.
Yes, I have it. I have it in my slide. So let's just do it. Okay, I share my screen. Old screen, so you will see my strange browser. Yes, I love my strange browser. Here is my presentation. Yes, we use the beautiful project that we like it, but we mention all authors. Yes, sorry for this. Okay. Hello, everyone. Today the topic of our video stream is data art and specific tools, Tableau. Please write your questions to our chat in LinkedIn, to our video stream, and in YouTube. In our video stream, we will check your questions and try to answer them. Maybe in the end is better, or if we see them before that, then we will answer earlier. Okay, there will be the recording. I hope so, because this is a new platform for us. So it will be safe on YouTube and on LinkedIn. Agenda, we will discuss techniques that are used in Tableau for data art. I hope you could watch my presentation for now, Anastasiya. Nod. I couldn't see your face, but I hope everything is okay. Okay, then we tell you about examples of data art made in Tableau from all over the world. We tell you about our favorite Tableau data art projects and even our data art projects. Okay, Anastasiya's data art projects made in Tableau. Mine isn't so beautiful, so I don't want to share them. Elsa will share with you tips and useful materials which could be useful for you if you want to try to create something like this. Okay, a little about myself. My name is Natalia Kiseleva. I'm BI analyst and database trainer. I'm a popularizer of database and data art. I'm trainer in different universities, specific in Russia, and also I'm mentor of the Database Society, trainer in the Institute of Business Intelligence and Make Your Data Speak, and chief editor. I'm training people to create dashboards in Power BI in Tableau. Also, I love to create database comics, and I'm a little data artist. Also, a founder of the data art community, Flowers and Numbers. It was a local community at the beginning, but now it's like a global data art community. We have people from different countries, and this is really great. Okay, I have several media sources It's almost all in Russian, several in English, specifically flowers and numbers send the letter is in English, and we have YouTube channel with several videos in Russian or in English, and Telegram channel about jobs in dataviz from all over the world about data art, data comics and dashboards, and about data storytelling, but this free is on Russian. Okay. Our beautiful community, data art community flowers and numbers, we're trying to make some data art activities, video streams about data art, some community projects about data art, like this one, data art pages. So if you love this, join our community. It's free, it's open. We have a Telegram, group in Telegram with this name. If you use Telegram, use Telegram. It's really nice software. And we have a website. I'll mention it later. Okay, I have a really great guest. Please, Anastasiya, tell us about yourself.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. And also, like in the era of AI, I'm sure like you can translate anything to any language you want. So please just join and feel free to communicate in any language you like. So yeah, that's me. I'm right here. Well, I'm BI and data visualization specialist. My favorite instrument is Tableau. I mean, I just can't imagine how many times I've promoted it because it's literally like a very beautiful instrument. And I also really like watching Formula One. So that's actually just a little bit about me. So I've been doing this for a long time, and I'm also used to be a lecturer at several educational courses for different tech companies and universities. I also have my own Telegram channel and the subscription letter, which is called BI Bytes. So every Sunday, I share some of the beautiful projects I found during the week, both dashboards, data visualizations, and sometimes a little bit of data art as well. So feel free to subscribe and get the newsletter later.
Great. A little about our topic, because I'm sure most of all know already about data visualization, but if not, I have to talk a little about it. So data visualization is a field where we try to create, based on our data, some visualization to make it understandable and easy to communicate with people. We could understand and meet everywhere at different types of data visualization. It could be simple chart, it could be beautiful interactive dashboard, maybe some infographic with illustrations, and even maybe creative data art projects like this great project from near Smilga. So when we are in field of data visualization, you could understand that different type of projects in this field have different properties. Like some of them have their reading speed is faster and their accuracy is higher, but other have this beautiful inside them, aesthetic appealing, and they have emotional engagement. So if we put this on little arrows, then of course data art projects, they are more creative, more beautiful, but they are more hard to understand. So the simple chart will be on the left. They are easy. It's easy to understand each number. Maybe dashboards and infographic will be on the middle. They already have some interesting design, but they're still easy to understand. And data art is really beautiful, but really hard to understand. I hope this simple scheme make you understand a little about this field. So what is data art? How to understand that the chart that you're seeing now is data art? A little simple questions. Is it data visualization? If yes, think about, will I hang it on the wall? If you hang it on the wall, then this is the data art. Something really beautiful, something really creative, but still there is data inside, and the data is visualized somehow with interesting and creative methods. Okay, I have a data art collection where I am collect different data art pieces from all over the world, and different tools, different techniques, material, and drawn by hands, and I am analyze it. It's really interesting to think about it, to play with it, and I create a simple data art classification format. Data art could be analog and digital. It could be made from threads, or maybe from cubes or shells, or painted by hand with some type of brush. Or it could be digital, made with code. It could be interactive and beautiful on some website. Or you could create it in vector. If you're a creative designer, maybe you could use Adobe Illustrator or Figma and make it in vector editor. Else, that art could use different styles. It could be more abstract, like beautiful networks, maybe with rectangles and rounds, or it could use natural patterns, ethnic, or maybe even elements from real world, like flowers, mountain, buildings. So this is my simple classification. That's it. Yes, I'm not so great.
Maybe we should add Tableau to the digital part as well, because I'm pretty sure the Tableau is the only BI instrument where you can create data.
I hope a few tools could create that art soon too. So that's why I have this circle around this direction. Yes, today we will discuss that art made in digital format, but in BI tools. It like part coding and part vector. So I think we need a little element here, because almost third part of all data art I could find was made in Tableau.
Yeah, that's fantastic. If you can just go back, because I really like your slide with the classification, and it helps a lot with like understanding of like what data art is, because pretty much it's like data visualization. And what I have here is that I'm not actually very artistic person, I'm not very good at like drawing stuff, not very good at like things like that. But the idea that actually like data visualization and data art can be like the actual art. So I started to think like, what is an art? What is a good data art? What is a good art in general? And one thing that I found, and I wanted to share it right here with all of you, that recently like data art it's a real art. We have exhibitions of Giorgia, Lupi, and Stefanie Posavec at the MoMA museum. Like, this is art. I mean, like, people are literally like coming to see it in the museums, and it's so cool. It is becoming so popular because nowadays we have so much data, and we can visualize it in so many different ways. And I don't know, it just excites me that much. It's so tangible. You can like literally like touch the data with your hands. So I think it's fantastic. Yeah, let's go to the next one. So like one of the things I really wanted to discuss with Natasha today is like, what is a good data art? Because from my point of view, like any data product, it should never lie. As we're talking about data visualization, we always say that a good data visualization project, it shows the data as it is. It doesn't lie. We have like zero lie factor here. And one of the things which probably like data art struggles with is the accuracy of data. Because sometimes people who are more like artists, we start to create this data art project, and we sometimes like, oh, it's not that important. But for me as like, I'm from the analytical side, for me it's very important that even like a data art project, it won't lie. Even if you use some kind of like abstract forms or something like that, you should not like exaggerate your data or lie with it. It should have like a transparent data source. It should follow clear calculation logic, and it doesn't distort values. Because with any data art, sometimes you want to create something, beautiful, but not all the data can look that beautiful. So I just want to encourage everyone, never lie with any data art project. But unlike any traditional business data visualization, it can be harder to read and may require detailed legend. So this is what I really like about your slide from the previous one, with like how hard it is to read it. So it's just like, we should know that it's like a high cognitive load, but it's like the beauty of it, when you're just like starting to dig into this data art project, understand like what that means. And in reality, from all the data art projects, which from my point of view are good ones, it is actually easy to understand the overall like insight or overall trend of the data. So it might not be easy to understand the whole specifics of a project and the whole specifics of the data, but at least, for example, if you're looking at I totally forgot. Do you remember the noise data art project, noise pollution data art project?
Oh, yes, with shells.
With the shells. I mean, it's pretty hard to understand it, but you can get the insight just from looking at it. I mean, it's definitely very, I mean, you have to spend like 10, 15 minutes to understand what each part of this shell means. But in reality, you can easily like grasp that we have some increases here, some decreases there. So, I mean, it's data art, but it has a transparent data source. It has a transparent logic, and we can get the main insight from it.
But not every data art has a legend. Many data art is just, I won't put it there. I see it like this.
I'm an artist. I see this way.
I'm an artist. That's my way. Why not? Why not? But there is still data inside. Still this little puzzle, little treasure.
Yeah, maybe in that way you have to reverse engineer the overall project.
Oh my God.
Okay, let's go next.
Chart junk, or you already mentioned?
Yeah, chart junk. I mean, we can talk about chart junk because I think sometimes the chart junk and data art, they get like mixed.
Yeah.
Somehow it feels like, and sometimes like data art projects, they do have some of like chart junks related elements or something, but yeah, I mean, there's a very thin difference between them, and it's very hard to grasp it.
The same project may be a junk for one person and the treasure for other person, just about their inside logic.
Yeah, like vintage clothes.
Maybe. Yes. The next one?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Oh, how to in Tableau?
Yeah, so I tried to I have a couple of slides which actually like shows how you can create data art in Tableau. I'm not gonna have any kind of educational session here, but I just want to show you that it's pretty much in Tableau. You can do it in many different ways, and some of them are very, very simple. So for example, this data art project by Wendy Shea, it's absolutely beautiful. And I really like the simplicity of it, because actually you don't need to know that much of the Tableau. You don't need that much of the Tableau experience, because as you can see at the like right screenshot, we only have like three fields here, like in the columns, 2 in the rows, and that's pretty much it. So the overall structure and the overall like construction of this data visualization is very, very simple. And the beauty of it is in this simplicity and why it actually looks that cool. Because she just used a couple of custom shapes, which you can apply right here. You can see that in the edit shapes category, she just got several custom shapes, custom made ones. And they look so much different right now. I mean, you could have used just usual circles. You could have used just usual, I don't know, like squares or something. But it won't look that beautiful, maybe. Maybe it would. I mean, we have to check. But in that way, when you can just add a custom shapes and you just create a very simple, it's similar to like a Gantt chart, created visualization, something in the middle. But it's very simple and very beautiful.
Yes, when Anastasiya said, like, it's very simple. Remember, she's like a BI Tableau expert. And it's a nice technique.
But in reality, I mean, you can see here, we have just we have something in the column, we have something in the row. And pretty much if you can, I'm not sure, can we zoom in here? I don't think we can.
Let's don't touch it. Let's don't touch it.
Okay, let's touch it just in case. Yeah, so we have like this year, each row is a month, and we can see this like dots. So for any person who created at least something in Tableau, it is something in between like any kind of dynamic visualization, like line chart or bar chart, something similar to the Gantt chart. But in reality, this is something not. I mean, you don't have to learn Tableau for 5 years to do that. You pretty much need like a couple of hours to create something like that.
And that's not art. Just do
and
it.
passion, yeah, of course. And the love for the dark backgrounds. I don't know why, but I think almost all of the projects we're going to show today are going to have dark backgrounds.
Because it's beautiful. It is in our tips. Like, make it dark. So, yes, remember, shapes. Shapes is really great technique to implement data art and creative elements in Tableau. Use it. You love it.
100%. I think I have another one with shapes.
Maybe. Next one.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, this one by Moran. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Again, it is kind of very simple, again, in the way, because it just shapes on top of one another. The complexity of it was the creation of like rows and column structure. So it's a little bit more complex than the previous one. But all the beauty of it pretty much goes from the design rather than the technical construction, because it's very neat. It's very, there is no like complex calculations, too complex calculations. There is no like too, like custom made things. Where pretty much you have just circles and squares, and they just layering on one another, and like the color palettes of it all create like this data artsy, data artsy image of the work. And yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. Again, just shapes, so no extra complex stuff. Something, again, if you just want to start and create something in some kind of like data art project in Tableau, I would definitely recommend to start with shapes and just, play with it. Because maybe accidentally you can make a data art just by playing with data.
That's normal. In Tableau, it's always like that. I'm doing something. Oh my God, it's data art.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's so beautiful.
Yes.
Just don't make it to the dashboard,
I don't understand what I created, but it's beautiful. It's not dashboard, yes. Yeah. But the client wanted a dashboard. What to do? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, we won't. Yes, we won't go deep in each project, because I think each the author of the project could tell for themselves.
Way more than we can.
Yes, we just touched a little to make an intrigue, and we will celebrate this big amount of great projects, so you could explore them deeper.
Okay, let's go next. I think we have a second technique.
Good one.
Oh, it's also shapes. Oh, we still have shapes. Oh, shapes are my favorite.
That's only round. It's not about shapes. It's about math. I think so. Yes. We have
no. This one I checked. As you can see here, it on the screenshot. There is no like mathematical calculations for rows and columns. And Alex, he's actually famous. I guess he's famous for his very complex visualizations. But if you look at this one, the construction of it is simpler than what he usually does. And it's so beautiful. I mean, you just look at it, and all you have here is just all these dots, and just the size of these dots is connected to the number of subscribers in these channels, and they're just like located in this. I don't know. It gives a little bit of like a live organism vibes. Something, it looks like it's live,
like a slice of the planet. Somehow,
yeah. And it's also just shapes. You see just circles, and they're just colored. The color palette again is very beautiful, and like the combination of these techniques just creates something really nice.
It's just a crazy amount of data here.
Yeah, let's see what we have next.
Check his projects; they're just great, especially when person became bar chart and then became the portrait of Tolstoy. I love this much. There are many beautiful projects from Alex. Please check it. Next one.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. I don't see your face because we'll
sorry.
Our faces are there. We just couldn't see each other. It's so a little lonely here without you, Anastasiya. But yes, we're still together with our voices. Okay, next one. Extension.
Yeah, extensions. I think extension is also a very good way to start doing something, some kind of data art projects in Tableau. So recently Tableau introduced their own extensions, and I mean, probably if you've ever used Tableau, we've all been using La Data Viz by Tristan. It's a beautiful tool. I love it. It's almost free. I mean, you can create so many beautiful stuff with it. And it's actually very simple, because you have this extension, you can just upload your data to it and get, as a result, something like that. So on the right screenshot, I have just like a showcase of how it looks like. And if you're going to try to create it from scratch, it's going to take so much time just to understand all the maps, all the things which are like on the background of it. But you can use the extension. You can just go to, we're going to have it at the end in the list of all the useful resources. But yeah, you can just upload your data, and you can get the already made visualization for you, which you can just customize later in Tab. So again, a beautiful way to do something.
Yes, and this beautiful project from Andreas, I couldn't read this surname, sorry. And the expanse, I love the color so much, and I still don't understand how you could use extension and create still something so beautiful. I think it looks
it was already beautiful. Yeah,
right.
it was even more beautiful.
The structure and the final projects is like this earth and the sky. So of course you need some sense of beauty to create from bones of data carcass something beautiful, something you could apply your imagination, your creative sense to it. So, and at the end you could have this beautiful data art. It's just wow. I don't understand how it was created. It's beautiful, so complex, so interesting.
I mean, that's time for reverse engineering then.
Oh, scary. Maybe. Next one.
Okay, let's see the next one. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's my personal favorite because again, about Formula One, I think we've discussed, we've done many projects with Formula One. And I also really like the simplicity of it in a way that we're gonna see lots of data art projects with very complex shapes. As Natalia showed, there are some of the shapes which just got some like floral structure. You have some like layers of data, one on top of another. And my personal favorite projects are one which are pretty simple, like more like accidental data art, not the one you actually wanted it to be, like a data art. And this project by Dan about lap times in Formula One. So each dot is just like a lap time. And you can see like it's so beautiful, but it's at the same time, it's pretty simple in the way of how it can be created and what kind of data do you need. I mean, you don't need to think of like what is gonna, I mean, looking from like Federica Fragapane perspective, she's got lots of very beautiful floral projects. And when I tried to do something like that, I'm going to talk about it later. When I tried something like that, for me, it's very hard to, like decide what like this leaf is going to mean, what like the color is going to mean, like, how to organize this data art structure, especially if it's a floral structure in a way that is going to look beautiful.
Just through
And these are just dots, and these are just circles, colored circles, organized in the like B-swarm way. So here on the right, you have like this B-swarm chart. B-swarm chart is the chart which you can use to visualize distribution. And again, the beauty of it is that it organizes all your variables in the. It looks like a bee swarm, like bees are flying right to bees. So yeah, and the organization of this data, and at the same time the colors of these circles, they create this beautiful maybe even like a metaphor of like Formula One car or something, just give me like these swipes right here. But again, you can use extension for it. So you can just upload your data through extension, then load it, the ready-made file as a Tableau workbook, and customize it as Dan did. Okay, let's see the next one.
I love the Tristan colors on the right.
Yes. Yeah. But even like by default, they're really beautiful.
You're like, oh my God, is this already so beautiful? How could I make it better? Sorry, that's my thinking. Okay, polygons.
Yeah, polygons. I think like a couple of years ago, I just set up a goal for myself to try to learn how to work with polygons. And then I understood, I mean, you just need to understand math in a good way. So I think I actually used one of its tutorials by Ken. And I just recreated something Wei created. And so the idea of polygons is that you need the exact coordinates of X and Y for these shapes to be created. So as you can see on the right screenshot, we have like X and Y. So for each, like part of this, it's not a leaf, like a triangle or something, for each slice of it. You just need the coordinates for X and Y, and Tableau is going to connect it for you. So if you've ever created any kind of map in Tableau, maybe you've also tried polygons. So when you're working with any kind of like shape files, you pretty much just have polygons of areas for countries, for regions, and it's the same, but in that case you have coordinates and like how to say, like the borders of custom-made polygons. So in order to do something like that, you kind of have to create mathematically or manually the data set where you're going to define what are going to be the coordinates for each of these slices or for each of the parts. So it's way more time consuming, but it definitely gives you more flexibility on what you can create, what can be the shape of a final database. So definitely like worth trying. At least I highly recommend to at least like try to create something with polygons just once, and then to decide if it's, if it's for you or if it's not.
Okay. Check this beautiful project, yes, by Ken Flaherty. It's nice. You want to go deeper there and just to understand what's going on there. It's so interesting. It's about presidents, yes, but you have to check the legend about each angle, about each sector to understand the whole.
You have to try create your floral badges with this one. Make it not like creating the presidents, but I think since in your project with flowers and numbers, you have many many variables. They can do something like that.
It's beautiful and it's really nice technique. So think about it. A little math, nothing more. Just several years in university.
I mean, you can do it manually. Yeah, you can create all of these coordinates manually. Just remember how it was at school when you're creating charts at school. You just find your X, you just find your Y.
Do I need PhD on math to do it?
No.
I
do.
Okay. I hope so. Again, oh my God, flowers. Anastasiya is like more geometric person in that art, and I'm more like a floral person in that art. So I love this one. Tell about more, please.
I actually enjoy flowers very much. I just can't find my way around them. So in our data art here, it's actually like this one is more like a combination of both polygons and the next one we're going to talk about like map layers. But again, it's just like the creation for each leaf. We have like the construction of when the leaf is going to start and when it's going to end. And that for each of the leaves is going to go one by one. For this one, maybe you need a PhD. I'm not sure.
It's so beautiful. It's so hard to understand how. Maybe it's shapes, if it will be like a shape for each type of petal, then maybe, but no. Or it's really math, yes? You've checked, yes?
And I've checked. I think it was both, as I remember. Yeah, there are like parts of the leaves were created with polygons, and this one is a pretty complex one.
So beautiful. It looks like simple little flowers, but it's so much complex things inside. It looks
so much work. You have to
so much work.
That's also my problem with detail projects. I just can't sit for that long. I just want to see the result right now.
Yes. So this beautiful project by Arshad, Flowers of the Future. I didn't read it before. Yes, it's Anastasiya's project, but Anastasiya brings this project.
From my list, yeah.
Yes, from my list. Yeah, so I want to explore it deeper later because I love the pattern. It's so beautiful. Okay, next one, yes. My players, I love it.
Yeah, my players.
I've got the idea. I've understood it.
Yeah, how it works. I remember, I think like 3 or 4 years ago, with Frederica, she created a course at Domestika, and it was mainly about data art stuff. And I remember when I finished it, I saw on Twitter that Chimdo also finished it and created, I'm not sure if it was like this one or another very similar project, but yeah, he just started, I mean, I'm not Chimdo, I can't like say for 100%, but I saw it on Twitter, so probably it's true. But he created it, with inspiration from this course. So this one is, for me, map layers are they're not like easier, but they're, for me, they're easier to understand how to work with them, because instead of creating all the X and Y coordinates for as with polygons, you just need to define latitude and longitude, and you can do it manually. So you can just decide like this, I don't know, 1.1, this one 2.2, and Tableau is going to create like this dot for you, and you can put over the rest of how to say, rest of the layers, the rest of the parts of the database on top of it. So if you'll just zoom in it right here, I mean, you probably can zoom in it later. But Chimdi here, he just has different leaves for each of them. What was like races, I think.
So beautiful.
So that is why it goes to one. So he actually manually created these leaves, I don't know, like in Figma or somewhere else. Maybe he found them, but it's not just the map layers, but you also have to work on finding the shapes for it, on finding how to like place them. So yeah.
Yeah,
but it's very interesting one, and with map layers, it actually gives you so much flexibility on what you can create. And probably like map layers is probably the best technique for data art projects as for me.
Yes, when Tableau announced map layers, everyone like, okay, map will be so much complex, so complex.
And then we started creating
like, yay, creating that art. We'll add X and Y coordinate and just remove the map. Yeah. Everyone was okay, and now it's a flowers. Map layers is great. It's just how creative people could be when they want to create something fun and beautiful. They could use just every technique to get to their goal. It's beautiful how.
Yeah, that's the beauty of Tableau. But you can do something like that.
Tableau and people too.
And people, of course. Yeah, I mean, it takes.
I think Tableau didn't plan on it to have a flowers in the end. Yes, it's just like a tool. It's still a tool, but it's really a great tool. I love my players.
For me, the real like Zen master of Tableau is a person who can, like hack it. Because I mean, I can't do it. I probably never will. But like having, it just sometimes feels that we just think as a Tableau inside it. We understand how everything works. So it's very, very cool.
It's a magic. I'll tell you. I'm not sure it's possible to understand like every move, because there's many secrets. You could imitate something. Maybe you want to. Okay, so it's just really interesting. Try map layers. It's not so hard, because I thought it's really, really complicated, but I've tried, and I spent like 2 evenings, and I've understood the idea, and I was so happy.
And this one also with the map layers by Varun. He's also one of the people who creates something very. I just sometimes look at it like, is it even Tableau? Maybe he just created it in Figma. Maybe it was not real.
Not in Figma, for sure. I could see the screen.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, you can also do something like that with just like connecting dots and like creating even something similar to like network visualizations. So just again, map layers is a very cool way to create data art related projects.
It's so unique. Yes, I thought it looks like it 3D. Is this?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Beautiful. Next category, math, the great one, and the PhD.
Yeah, the one we struggle with. So things like that, again, is about creating all these X and Y coordinates. And I can see that we have Alex Varlamov here, and he's probably the best person to talk about it. But yeah, like here, you definitely need more understanding of how to create all these coordinates for a project. Maybe sometimes it's even easier, like to draw it by hand first and maybe understand it later. I'm not 100% sure of like where to start here, but it's definitely better to have some, like at least love for the math and to understand the way mathematics work.
It's too complex.
So yeah, this one is very complex. I've never tried anything like that. Because again, for me, it's just like so much. For this kind of projects, you need lots of pre-calculations before Tableau. You have to use Python. You have to use something else, but you have to actually like create all the data coordinates for this kind of projects, and you should know how to do that. Unfortunately, I'm not the person who knows.
It's a math.
Maybe later. Math is like a magic, but more precise.
That's it. You know, the project is about math. It's the beauty of P, made by Ken. It's really it's beautiful and made for math and by math, about math. It's really great. And with these colors, it's just hard to understand how you
Yeah,
can do
we
it.
actually encourage you to share your favorite projects as well. So if you have any favorite ones, please share them in the comments. I'm sure we'll all love to look at them.
Beautiful. Next one. Oh my god. It's a storm, football storm. It's Alex.
Yeah, like really, like every time I teach any kind of courses on Tableau, and they like ask me like, what is your favorite BI tool? Like, is it really like Tableau is good? I'm like, no, you can. I mean, let me show you. And then I show, most of the time I actually show this one about football or maybe about NBA, because most of the time people are related to like sports, to sports theme, and the just, you know, you show them that you can do something like that at the BI instrument, and then shocked 100%.
What?
So yeah, but again, the possibility of creating something like that in Tableau is crazy. And I also know that Alex got lots of tutorials on his website, so maybe you can you know, like try to recreate something like that.
I'm trying to understand what the technique is here, because it's about path. Yes, it's, of course there is math here because it's Alex, but still this lines is all about path between elements.
It also the coordinates for the x and y, and then just the combines of. So we have like for each path, we have the starting point and the ending point. And yeah, when you look at the structure of it in Tableau, that doesn't look that complex, but when you understand how to calculate all that stuff before Tableau, and yeah.
Yes, great. And this beautiful project.
Yeah, so I had like this thing, you know, in my head that I have to try something data art. I really wanted to try something with flowers. So I wanted to try to do something with with the best picture, and I wanted to do something with the flowers, with the petals and stuff. And I can't say that I'm like 100% satisfied with this project, to be honest. I used map layers for it, so I just created manually. I just created these petals for each of the manually in Figma. I uploaded them as a custom shapes. I used map layers to define the coordinates for each of the flower, put some kind of things on it. And yeah, for me personally, it's not that beautiful as I expected it to be honest. And this is when I came to understand that data art is actually not for everybody, and probably complex data art is not for everybody. So I really enjoy creating some kind of simple projects with just dots, you know, like the one we looked at for them, the Formula One labs. So this is something I very much enjoy doing, and something simple, and yeah, something simple. So yeah, I was pretty much very sad about it because I expected it to be more beautiful.
Why? It has a
Like,
dark background.
no, don't flare me. I mean, I know like the reality of it.
Please, everyone, write in comments. Do you think this is beautiful enough? I think it's really
just like the expectation reality stuff. We just, you know, like mismatched here for me.
beautiful.
And for everybody who's watching, I just want to tell you that it's okay, but if your like first data art project is not going to be, you know, like the best one, it actually takes lots of practice, and actually lots of practice by hand, right? You just have to, you know, create something manually, deciding like what parts of shapes, what parts of, in that case, flowers, what parts of petals are going to respond to what kinds of data. So you have to actually think it through. Like way long for me. So you need like lots of preparation to create something very good. Because sometimes, you know, you look at the like Federico Fragapana's project or Stefanie Posavec. I also finished her course at Domestika, and she just made it look so easily. I was like, okay, of course, I can try. Yeah, and you need practice. You need like the idea and the you need like the desire to create something like that. So yeah. Just for everybody's work. Yeah, thank you, Neil. So just to, but you can take your time and make sure to find, maybe also, Natalia, I actually like what you said with I'm geometric person. Maybe I should start
Maybe,
working with geometry more.
I'm just
Maybe it would work better.
I'm taking your favorites. I'm just thinking about it because I have just
Yeah,
flowers.
that's a good one. Maybe I just chose flowers for like a wrong side.
Next one, yes. And when you're creating data art projects, it's like it's a joyful process. You could struggle like, oh my god, I'll I'll go away, but next day just okay, let's do it again. It's so much fun. Just try it. You could create something not so good, but still it will be a little beautiful thing made by you. So don't worry,
Yeah,
everything's really beautiful. Make big hands.
Thank you.
Next one.
So yeah.
Okay, now is my favorites. We already discussed technique, what you could use in data art in Tableau. So I just show my favorites. We could discuss the techniques they used here. This beautiful project, The Beginning of Life, made by Eleonora Nazander. I love it so much because it's about feeding a little baby, and I have a baby too, a little one, and I was like, oh my god, the third month, and she already could to sleep at night for 7 hours. I was like, only on 7th month I could sleep at night like for 5-6 hours. So I was like a little biased here, but still.
Oh my god, you make me sentimental right now.
Yes, it's so beautiful. It's such a beautiful color, such a gentle topic. I love it so much. And it's not like we have math here because it's round, and I think you could. It's not so easy to create something like that. But do you understand that most of project, I think half of projects what we discussed today are round? It's like a design main technique. If you want something to be beautiful, make it round. So just make it round, make it dark background, and everything will be okay. It's half of the deal. So I love this project very much because of topic, because of colors, because of this little data art sense. Because it's like a analytics project. You could understand the data, but the sense of beauty and the gentle touch makes it data art. I think so.
Yeah, this artsy part.
Yes, and many at different types of data art, it's common to use illustration, but in Tableau it's not so common. And I love this project by Mariona because it's with illustration inside, and I even couldn't understand where is the illustration ends and where is the math begins, because I'm not sure till the end. Do we have illustration here, or maybe it was all drawn by some math? I hope I hope don't, because it just will be too much for my brain. So I think it's just illustration in the middle and 2 elements of a complex chart. You could see like a project A Helping Hand, where is the streams of migration of refugees from different countries to different states of USA. But the idea of handshake, it's so much, I don't know, so much emotion, so much thinking inside. It's so interesting. And to combine 2 different methods. And in BI project, just how it's, I don't know, I couldn't have enough words to describe this interesting project. Maybe not so colorful. It doesn't have a dark background, but it's still around. So it's great. And flowers. It's about refugees again. And here's Kasia create really beautiful project. And here you can see so many data levels. It's X coordinate, Y axis, and the size of the round, size of the center of the flower, amount of petals. And still, this is like beautiful pie flower chart all together with maybe some pond under this beautiful flower, and even like the sun under the sea metaphor. It's so beautiful, simple colors, simple elements, but I just don't understand how anyone could invent it. It looks really interesting. And I don't know. And
they look like lilies, like
lilies
on the pond.
Not lilies. yes, the pond, idea of pond. So how you could invent such an idea? It's so beautiful. So interesting. Here is one big, yes, pie flower chart is strange name, sorry. Just couldn't invent something. And sun pie flower chart. Yes, a little longer, German style, it's okay. And the legend is really interesting. I won't zoom it for now because I'm afraid to break something with our presentation. And the flowers again, yes, it's a beautiful project, but Dennis cow, it's so nice colors. Round flowers. It's normal for flowers be round. It's a nature. That's why the nature is beautiful. Yes, it's project about the world's top 100 languages, and the data is coded by size of leaf, size of petal, size of flower, and it's not so many data layers. But I just couldn't understand how he invented, because the petals are complex. They have a complex form, complex color scheme. And I think, is it really Tableau? Maybe it's just image uploaded here. So I'm not so sure because I don't know how to work with color inside of shape. I think it's some specific technique when you use transparency, but I'm not sure.
Oh, I know this one. So like I wanted to recreate once. I saw Dennis' work. It was one of the maps, and it also had this like glowing effect. And I was like, okay, so maybe I'll just put, like bright dots on top of a black background. Maybe it's gonna be like that beautiful. No, it was. So yeah, I'm not sure about this project, but this glowing effect, it usually creates by blurring the background around the dot. So you can actually create this at Figma with like blurring the background on the like back of it. So you create a point and you like blur them in the middle. And probably like 80% sure that it has the same technique here, but it's just like the images created in Figma with the combination of colors and like layering a couple of points on top of that creates something like that.
It's a magic. I understood.
But it's beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful. Like every time I look at like Dennis' work, like is it real? Maybe just a picture.
No, when a person creates something like this in Tableau, you don't ask, could you design a simple chart or a simple dashboard for me? It's like you're just, who are you? Don't ask such questions. Because yes, I think it's a different level of technique of the of the Tableau skills.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful, dark background. Still okay. Yes, it's I think it's kind of old project made by Tristan. Only when he begins to introduce his great tool. But I love this topic because it's about movies of the 80s. It's like Back to the Future, Predator, Star Wars, and this is a really nice color scheme, and this pink with this yellow and blue and gray, and this little 3D effect because of this little net on the top and on the bottom. Do you see it? And it's just so cool. I don't know, and maybe it's not very data artist because it's just a network chart. It's understandable, but I think it's really a data art project, and because of interesting forms, interesting colors, and it's just beautiful. And Tristan is a master of complex diagrams. Thanks to him for created his tool, so anyone could try to make something like this.
To create at least something similar to it.
Yes, similar. Yes. And I couldn't find the source of this. Yes, before our stream, I'll try to check the links, and I wanted to understand what the size of rounds mean because I don't remember. And there is no such a project anymore. Oh my God, I love it so much. It's a project made by Louisa Schotten, and it's about music, the Symphony number 40, and each color is an instrument. And I think it's from the left to the right, the music process by time, and the high of sound, and the size around maybe is the length of the note. I'm not so sure because I couldn't check the legend. I didn't found the interactive version, but I love it so much. Maybe it's a simple because it's just math. Yes, it's round. It's under the dark background, and this beautiful color palette. Yes, it's a rainbow maybe, but how how the instruments could be so beautiful with the music. I know there are many data music projects, but especially the round one, but I still love I love everyone each of them, because it's just so beautiful. And when you understand that this is the music, you want to listen it all together, and you want to the data art just be in front of your eyes and a glass of wine and just meditate on it. Something like this. So thank you, Lisa. I couldn't find this project. Maybe if someone have a link, please send it to me. I found the similar projects about other song. I forgot it. Beatles one. Not Beatles. Okay, I forgot. I won't. I won't tell anymore. I found the similar project, but not this one. So I hope it will return. That's it. It's music. And this one really dear to me, a project made by Kimley Scott about their mother community, Moms Who Whiz. They are in Slack now, or Discord. I'm not so sure. Yes, and when they were more active, they created this beautiful database for each person, and the code in the database, the information about each person. I love the database topic so much. I've created many databases. It's like my job to create databases almost. Okay. And it's so beautiful. It's like drawn by hand. Map layers. Yes, I've checked. It's the map layers technique here. But she used these pre-made elements drawn by hand, or maybe in vector editor. And it looks so beautiful. You could understand about each person, where she is from, how many children does she have, etc., etc. Is she optimist, extrovert, introvert, night owl, morning person? I love this project so much. I even tried to make the same idea for our local mother community, but I made it in Figma because I thought I never could repeat something like this. I didn't understand map layers at that time, so I just wanted to make something similar. I choose the similar color palette, but different questions, different elements, but still it really looked alike. It was my first database project. I even wanted to show it to you, but then I removed it. Yes. So
put it in the resources.
It's so beautiful. This I don't know. Maybe you could create something like this in vector editor. Yes, but when you're doing it in Tableau, you could just automate the process, and you could have not like 6 pages, but 20, 30, big amount, and you could upload the data. It's so great. And this project opened my eyes for map layers, because I drew down there and I've understood how, Eureka! It's not so hard, and I've tried it. So it's a dear project to me. Database, more database. Yes, because we in our Flowers and Numbers community, the first our project was to create simple databases on the data about us, like our level of data viz, our level of data, some simple skills variables like 1 to 3 level. That's it. And we have many of such different projects. Database from bugs, from ice, from flowers, and geometric forms. So it's just a topic dear to me. And the motherhood. You know, when mothers are kind of lonely, and the little community of mothers, and each of them have this cute badge, and the community all together have this badge. So I think it's a so nice idea, and the great community Moms Who Whiz, and this project. Oh, it's just cool. Yes,
Yeah,
and Anastasiya, more Anastasiya's favorites.
Yeah, my like short showcase of a favorite. So this is absolutely beautiful. I was actually like considering if this is a data art or just like hacking Tableau stuff. So I'm not 100% sure, but like if you're gonna align it with the idea that if you want to put it on the wall when it's a data art, I would definitely put something like that on the wall. So it's probably data art. Yeah, it's a very cool project by Ken, and he's also got a tutorial on how you can create something like that. So I just like that you can do something like that in Tableau. I was absolutely surprised that something like that is actually possible to be created. With a pie charts, yeah, forgot to mention. All of these are pie charts.
Pie
All
charts.
of these small parts with a
I
pie
was
charts. If you just zoom in, you'll see that with a pie charts with different colors.
I won't zoom in, but
inside.
yes, it's a pie. You could see it on the big one. You could see this dark or light.
Yeah, the big ones, yeah.
Yes.
Let's see the next one.
Next one. Yes.
Okay, this is a very personal project for me. So when I was living like one of my previous workplaces, my colleagues created this as a present for me, and so this actually like these heart-shaped forms and all of these lines, all of these colors, they mean something. I don't actually remember what they mean because it was like almost 5 years ago, but these are like dashboards I created during my work time at this company. Number of views I had for this dashboard, so all the kind of statistics of work I've been doing. And when I first saw it, I just burst into tears because, I mean, this is, I mean, you definitely, like, you look at it and you don't feel anything, but I just feel so many emotions, just like with Natalia's and like, motherhood visas. So I just wanted to show this to you and tell you that actually like data art can be one of the best presents you can create. And if you're like a data person and you're not sure like what to create for your loved ones, for your friends, for anybody, think about data art projects because they can bring you to lots of emotions and they look beautiful.
Do it for sure. Just do it. It's really great. Even if they don't like it, just great. Do it again and again till they like
just practice.
Yes, because it's the best. I know, especially for little, for little group of friends, for little community. It's such a dear present, and no one else from you could do it.
Yeah, I also remembered we have Alona here, and therefore we should add it to the resources. So we had one of this activity where she asked all of our colleagues in the department about their personal like life, about like how long they've been working at the company, so all kinds of things. And we also created these data badges. And for the team building stuff, for all the like internal internal communication things, data art, data badges projects are fantastic too.
When I'm speaking some lections, I always recommend HRs to use data badges for team building because, oh my God, it's so great. For events, for team building, for communities, just do it. It's a treasure. Why don't you everyone use it already? I'm popularizing it a little. Sorry.
This is a pretty new one by Judith. I think I saw it just a couple of months ago. It's very interesting approach on how you can create again something simple with just geometric forms. And here she just showed her wardrobe during a couple of weeks, during a month. It's in Tableau. Again, you have to zoom in here to understand how everything works. But you can see, like, how she wakes up, she wears something.
To the slides.
Yeah. She wears something, like some kind of jeans or something like that. You can see some of her most probably favorite parts of her wardrobe, which she wears from time to time. You can see the small dots on the lower row, small like bars. So these are actually some kind of shoes or socks, I believe. So this is like the times that you see like the start of it, the yellow part, these are yellow socks, and this small red bar, these red bands. I really liked how you can actually like imagine her outfit just by looking at the chart. So very nice way to do like a personal project for yourself.
That's my main recommendation. There are already a question in the chat. How do you decide which data to use Explore? Choose the topic you like. Choose the data you love.
Passionate about.
Yes, because it's half of the deal. It will be motivate you to finalize this project. It's like an engine. And if you understand the topic, it will be easy for you to understand the data about this topic. And maybe you already have the data, or you could collect it easily. Just do it. Someone loves her wardrobe. Someone loves her kid. Just collect the data and create something to celebrate your passion with data and with the tool you are familiar with. Why?
Yeah.
I just don't understand why everyone still didn't do that art every day. Sorry. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. Oh, Samuel Parsons, of course.
Yeah.
There's so many math.
Yeah, he had to be in that part. So yeah, it's pretty much just beautiful. So these are all the activities which were run by one of a non-profit organization, and pretty much to understand like what's inside, you definitely have to like dig in to read each of the flows inside this visualization. But again, it's just like a showcase of how you can celebrate what you did during the year, celebrate your activity as an organization, as a team, as a company, anything. And this is also one of the great examples of how data art can help you with that. And yeah, you can do something like that in Tableau. Of course, you have to be some persons for it to create something like that. But yeah, luckily he shared lots of his knowledge. So
Samuel,
maybe it is possible to recreate it.
Share his wiseness. So just Google for it. And you know what I'm loving here? The legend on the right. I think how, I understand, okay, the round thing in the center, but how he invents the legends, these little pieces, the part of the circle. I think it's a screenshot, but I'm not so sure still. Even the legend is beautiful.
You never know. With Sam, you never know.
Yes. Samuel invent, this rich table where you could put a little charts in the columns. It was like mind-blown things, and so beautiful and so great, even for BI professionals too. So data art from Samuel, it's wow. I hope Samuel will create more data art projects. I didn't know he has one. This is the first I've seen from him. I thought
he has plenty. I think he's got plenty. But yeah, this is one of the. For me, it's one of the most beautiful ones.
Dark background and it's round. So when if you don't have any ideas for data art project, and as you could see, we have so many round projects on the dark background, but they all still unique because the data is unique. The topic is unique and the person is unique, and we couldn't have the two same data art projects, never. Of course, it's not just only control paste, control C, control V, but it will be always a little different, and that's the and unique. Oh my God, it's music again.
Yeah, this one also about the music. It's the piano concert. So each dot is actually the part of the melody. Again, it just I really like again the simplicity of the design of it. You actually have to read it once to understand what's inside. But again, it's something you want to put on the wall and just enjoy watching every day.
It's so beautiful. Dark background and round form. Sorry. Yes, I'll stop with this joke. It's not a joke because it's designer's technique. When I first see this project, I thought it's like the same music on the round, but no, it's dynamic, like for many years for several composers. So it's a different type of visualization, but still remind me of my beautiful round music visualization. Thank you. I'm not sure I've seen this project before. And, black and white, it's so laconic. It's so...
like a piano, right? Yeah.
Yes, like... da-da-da-da-da-da. Sorry. Sorry for my bad pronunciation of music. I'm not music person. I'm just adorer from distance. Okay, we're nice with our timing. It's almost an hour we're here. Oh my God, we have so many people watching us online. I thought it's like 2 or 3 boring people there. So let's touch the topic of takeaways. So something we want to share with you. Maybe we'll already tell you about it, but here we have to summarize it a little. So if you want to try data art in Tableau, you could think about these little tricks and tips. First of all, still like an artist. The Tableau community is really open with techniques of creation the Tableau project. So you could go to Tableau public and you could download the project of some creator and try to understand how the person invent that project, what calculation is inside, how the person put pills on the X and Y, and what's the measures here. And you could try to repeat something from this project, not just copy paste, try to add something from yourself, of course. And but still, please credit your inspiration. The Tableau public have the special line for it in the bottom of the description of the project. But of course, the copy pasting is a great method to understand, to learn, to train yourself to create something beautiful. I think you will bore really fast to create copy from someone's project. So of course, try to invent something unique for you, and it will be a real pleasure. It will be more complicated still. Change colors, change form, try to think how you could enrich this project in different way. Of course, search for inspiration, for example, on Pinterest, on Tableau Public, and different websites. You could find interesting color palettes there. Because, for example, me, I'm not a designer, and I'm bad with colors. And when I'm doing something myself, it looks ugly. I don't use a dark background, and it always look poor and not interesting. So sometimes color palettes helps me. Of course, you could find interesting patterns there and elements to to inspire yourself. So use it. Use like the
create a mood board.
Yes, mood boards. I always use mood boards to create like big data art projects, not only in Tableau but in any tool. Tool is the last stroke on your project. Idea and data and your passion is the first steps there. Pick, I think I missed the letter here. Pick data about topic you love. I already told it before, but it's really important. And you could, again, do something for your love topic. Maybe you love dogs, or maybe you love kids, and you could make something so grab attention of people to tell them about this story. And it will be easy for you to work with it, to finalize it, and you will already understand the data better than just person who downloaded the data set from the Kaggle and was like, oh my God, the data set, I will create something beautiful on it. You will be a different story because your projects will be filled with passion. Okay. Work with complex primate shapes. Yes, shapes is really great tool. You could design in Figma. It's a free tool and it's really simple. And nowadays, the more often I could see that persons just generate something beautiful and then use it in their art projects to like elements. Because if not everyone know how to draw beautiful things, so you could just try to use AI to help you in it with it, and use it as a shapes, as a part, some elements, and to create something you imagine inside your head. Experiment with advanced circular chart. Yes, rounds. And of course, Tristan helps us with the extensions, but still you could find very interesting manuals on the YouTube how to create sunburst chart in Tableau, chord chart in Tableau. They're so beautiful. This music round chart in Tableau. There's many tutorials and manuals, so just study them. They're not so long, maybe half an hour, and you will understand how to create something beautiful and then just use your idea and use your data. As you can see, half of the project here are circular charts. Yes, and of course, extensions made by Tableau, made by Tristan. I don't know. It's these tips are not only for Tableau, but still we're trying to be close to Tableau topics. So of course, extensions. And the last one, make it black background with bright high contrast colors, make it round. It's a joke, of course. If you don't like this idea, don't do it. Do something you love, but you could always try. It could be beautiful. Yes, here's the link.
Yeah, for some reason it just adds the aesthetics of it.
Maybe I put the links to the slide. Yay! Of course, I put it in the comments on the YouTube and in the LinkedIn. And later I will put the links to all the authors and all the projects and all links in the big post. Yes. That's it. We're on the end. So here is some sources. Tableau.art gallery. materials about data art. It's our community website, the Flowers and Numbers community. We have a data art base there with videos, with articles and books about data art from great data artists. We have not so many data artists and their books in the world, so we just collect the links to them. Link to the La Data Viz extensions from Tristan, movie color picker, image color picker for our great community members, and some links about geometric art in Tableau. Here you could find them from Flourish Twins and other great authors who share their experience. Okay, we're in the end, so I just tell you that we have several video streams about data art topic on my YouTube channel, Data Comics, about data art, generative data art, material, handmade, music data art, and even drone data art. And only the drone data art and this one music in English. Other are in Russian. Maybe you could watch them with subs, but that's if you're interested in topic, you could try it.
Or you can at least look at the pictures. Always.
Yes. This is a project of Nadia, mine project. So here, yes, not just like in this video. Here are the projects of the speakers, almost all. Yes, I think that's more honest way to create beautiful covers. But we don't have so many data art projects. Sorry, yes, we used the beautiful projects from the mentioned authors here. So thank you. It was great.
Thank you so much for coming. If you have any questions, I think we have like a couple of minutes to
questions.
Answer them.
Yes, please ask something. I will check for the chats. Oh, thank you. Someone's thanking me for creating a project, TTRPG community. That's great. Yes, I'm always recommend anyone to create data art, and I'd love to help if you have some questions. My skills are not just great, but I love to experiment and try new techniques in data art, analog code, material, etc. Neil, yes, it's very beautiful. So it's just some adoration words here. So please ask something if you want about the question about data. I already answered. Database is cool. Yes. Thank you, Anastasiya. Okay. And I'll check the LinkedIn. It's just hello. Can't wait. And Dennis Kao was glad to see his project here. Yes. We didn't mention authors in the first post because we want to mention everyone in the last post about the video. Yes, because there are so many authors. So I couldn't see any questions. So anything is transparent. Everything's transparent in our slides and in our speech today. So I'll remove my presentation. Let's, how to stop it? Let me press this stop screen sharing. Yay, I found it. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you for coming.
To spend our time with you, to chat with each other, just with you all together. Yes, it's kind of lonely to chat that. So we just like, let's call more people for our just adore session with our favorite
data art. Yeah.
If you want to discuss something data art related, just write me, Natalia Kiseleva, in LinkedIn. Yes, in LinkedIn. It's easier. And we could create a video stream together and discuss the topic you like. You know, I wanted to make like a topic related videos because data art is a wide sphere, but still it's great to choose one little topic inside it. So that's it. Thank you so much. The video will be on the YouTube. I hope so. So see you. Thank you, Anastasiya, for your great insights. Bye-bye. End stream.